How's it going, everybody? Joey64 here, and welcome to our ultimate Smash prediction.
I know something the audience doesn't know.
Welcome. Yeah, it's in the title. It's in what I just said with my voice. This is it. This is the final fighter, fighter number 11 of Fighters Pass 2 of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Yeah,
Been a long ride from the reveal to the game coming out to Banjo to
from birth to death.
Hylists, the Min-Mins, the Sephiroths,
The
the
Steves.
Alexes, the Jokers. I'm forgetting the other characters that came out. Heroes, the Pyramid.
Terry Borgards.
Yeah, Terry's. The only one we haven't said is freaking Kazi, I think.
And Byleth.
Alright, there we go. Everybody. I feel like we're gonna forget. We forgot like one and like.
Well, if we forgot it wasn't important, so ha.
Yeah.
Sorry, Piranha Plant, you are important.
But anyhow, yes, these are our final predictions, but has a bit of a twist. So instead of us doing our normal predictions where we just ramble on for like 30 minutes about whatever, we have both picked one fighter that we think basically we want it. How likely it's going to happen is a different discussion that we've had. Basically, we had on our previous Nintendo Direct discussion of who's more likely to come in. So watch that for that. I guess the last like 50 minutes of that. But
yeah,
this is we both picked one fighter. We're going to kind of give a sort of like a pitch for the fighter, and then we're going to go from there. Yeah. Starting with Thomas's prediction.
me.
Or pitch. We'll go with pitches.
Man, this pitch better be perfect.
2.
Anyhow, so hi guys. You definitely know who this is gonna be. You probably know who Joey's gonna be anyway, but mine is probably more obvious. But so, lights, camera, action. Picture this. So you got Sonic. He's on Green Hill, as normal. He's running along, waves to some woodland creatures, just running, goes over a loop or something, just chilling, having a nice time. And then all of a sudden, it's the very slightest thing that you could barely ever hear, but it's slight, but you can still hear it. Just like, is that the Eggman theme? The Eggman theme? No, it can't be. It's not Eggman. It's got to be like Shadow or something. Regardless, Sonic's just running along, and then there's the shadow that appears onto him. Shadow. And it looms out into the distance, and so it pans out. And you know who it is? It's Eggman. In the Eggmobile. Freeze frame, splash text. Eggman changes the paste.
Oh my gosh, how did I not think of that?
Do 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 do. General Eggman trailer here shows off some of his moves. But yeah, that's my pitch.
Wow, I feel like I vaguely remember saying that like the beginning of this year. Like back during the February Direct.
Yeah.
I feel like I've said that, but maybe you said it, but Eggman changes. I can't believe because we were going back and forth on this a while before this discussion. What would his splash text be? I kept making egg puns.
Mm-hmm.
Just the pace, gosh. That's almost as good as Master Chief finishes the fight.
Time for a change of pace.
Time for it.
But anyway, it's Eggman, and I didn't mention, but when Eggman was fully in Loom, the instrumental version of Eggman, is full. You can tell that it's the song, and it's just like I don't know, maybe he laughs and like tries to attack Sonic or something, but it's
Oh.
Eggman in all of his glory.
So what would the stage be?
So it's actually pretty interesting. In my opinion, the stage would be the Death Egg, but I'm honestly I could see a lot of other stages. Mainly I thought of just like the Death Egg, it's just like a normal platform stage, maybe with like Badnik stage hazards. But essentially you fly around, you might see Sonic run in and it explodes and then reconstructs. Something cool like that.
I'm trying to think of a stage that's like it blow ups and rebuilds. I feel like there's kind of like Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, kind of like that. Or maybe like potentially like the egg carrier. Like you're
Oh my
fighting on the
gosh,
deck of the
egg
egg
carrier would
carrier.
be cool.
That was in my original like pitch. It was like Sonic. It's pretty much the same thing, but instead of Eggman and the Eggmobile, it's just like a huge like
Egg
ship
carrier.
looms over him, and it's Eggman and the Egg Walker just laughing.
That would be the egg carrier from
Egg
'06.
carrier, yeah.
I want the
Well,
egg.
maybe not OC. Whatever. Like, isn't there
It's an
one?
adventure. It was originally an adventure, but then they like
Yeah,
bought
that
it
that's
back.
the one I'm picturing in my head.
They bought it back in '06, and they made it look more realistic, and it actually looks pretty cool. But it's just like it's not as like I don't like the design as much, but that may be nostalgia coming in for adventure.
But
Um,
yeah, that's Eggman, and that'd be a stage like either of those, like just a cool Eggman stage that shows off him.
cool.
But I would actually like to venture that he would get two songs, or at least like a couple of say
Oh,
Sonic
you would
songs,
get like no maybe DLC for Sky. I think at least 10 songs or more.
at least 10. Oh, geez.
Like I know what Min Min literally got the entire Arms soundtrack, which to be frank honest, like 16 songs. But yeah, like
Well, I
oh,
don't I don't know too many Sonic songs that are like specifically about Eggman, but probably like at least to one of his original themes. And maybe his theme from, like, Sonic Mania? That'd be cool.
yeah. It'd be cool. Like just like kind of like there's I forgot what it's called, but it's one of the Mario tracks. It's like a bunch of the different Bowser fight
The
songs.
Egg Medley.
Yeah, I think what is that called? Like it's something. It's not even called melody, even though a lot of them are melodies. Like the like Xenoblade medley and all that. Those are I don't know what it's called, but those it starts like the Mario 3 Bowser thing, and then it transitions to like a bunch of different ones.
That's
Um,
cool.
so yeah,
But,
I really like that track. But yeah, I guess
anyhow, back to Eggman because 'cause I'm not done.
yeah. But yeah, go ahead, continue.
But, I guess I'll just go in whatever order. So, moveset, like, I would imagine his moveset would be fairly similar to, like, Bowser Jr., although not exactly Bowser Jr. Like, I would say he's probably a bit heavier
Yeah,
and, like, I don't know, maybe he relies on his robots more. I was talking with Joseph the other day, but we were picturing like or at least I was. It was so essentially Shulk's moveset. You know how he can use the special move where he can like go faster, jump higher, but it's
oh
like a certain robot that specializes in that.
oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
Tell
that. But movesets like movesets are fairly standard with like a couple of special things, but the final smash, and I know Joey's gonna like this. It's the Egg Dragoon, or at least I'm pretty sure that's what it is. The one from Generations.
yeah, from you talk about it looks like a dragon.
Yes, the one that also has Robotnik on it too.
Oh, you're thinking of the Time Eater.
Okay, that one. Whatever that one is.
Okay, the Time Eater.
The Time Eater. Or like the Time Eater just seems the coolest, but like tiny Robotnik's on there or just older Robotnik's on there and he like hops on and it does like whatever, and I haven't played Generations, but I know of it. But I just whatever move it does that is decimating to Sonic and friends.
No, that's ooh. Okay. Do you have anything else to add to this?
Particularly on his final smash, no.
Well, I mean, just in general, like for Eggman.
In general, like, I don't know, I probably imagine, like, costumes, like, he would have alternate, like, maybe Robotnik style
That'd be cool.
or older version, but yeah,
That's
that.
that's
Just
Egg Dragoon. This is me personally. I'm gonna interject here a little bit. I think the Egg Dragoon will be really cool because one, it's been like it was in Unleashed, then they brought it back for Generations, and I think it's in Forces, but it's like the 2.0 version. Because in Unleashed it was like the Egg Dragoon prototype, but then in Forces it's the final version, which is kind of neat. And Generations is time travel, so that doesn't count. But that's when we first said the Egg Dragoon. I was thinking that'd be really cool. Like he's in his Eggmobile and like he like slides into like the little pod on the top, and he just gets in, just like skewers a bunch of people, or I don't know. Just I think it'd be one of the more cinematic ones, kind of like with like a cutscene. It's not something you actually do.
yeah,
Kind of
like Falcon.
yeah, like that or King K. Wolves. Basically like
Yeah.
half the rosters. I just think that'd be really cool. Just that's what I imagine. But yeah. Is there anything else you have to add to Eggman's pitch?
Not anything more, but, like, just I wanna say, like, Eggman would be such a cool character to have, and even if he isn't picked tomorrow, I'm never gonna forget this pitch.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, it is. I did enjoy this pitch. I would be lying if I said I didn't. And of course, I think I've said this before. I would love Eggman, of course, as the resident Sonic fan. No duh. But yeah, I would definitely say Tom's been more passionate for Eggman than I have probably. So I've been more passionate for sorts another character.
Which we will get into now.
Yeah. All right. So before I get into this, I want to ask one thing. This for the audience and for Thomas. Have you ever? Because I'm actually no. I'll say this afterwards. Sorry. Okay. So the stream starts, or I think it's pop stream or premiere. It starts, and Sakurai pops up, and it's like he does like the hello, I'm Masahiro Sakurai. And it's like this is the final, and like he'll probably do a little spiel about how it's the final one and all that. Probably talk about how makes some of us how he's overworked, like he always does, and makes us all feel guilty. And then we're gonna get to this later part of the video, but I think they're gonna bring up the Mii Fighters first instead of last.
Yeah.
Be like, right before we show you the final fighter, though, please look at this. As I just take out like 4 more characters. Just be like, yeah, you're not coming, you're not coming, you're not coming. I don't know, I think it'd be kind of funny, and just one more time. Let's disappoint everybody one more time before we show off the last fighter.
Before the ultimate disappointment.
Yeah, it's like, well, that'll happen, and we'll get into what we think the Mii Fighter costumes will be afterwards. Then he is like, he comes back. What do you think? Blah blah blah. I say, okay. Now without further ado, here is the final fighter reveal trailer. Please take a look, and it starts. And we're at Battlefield. Which a couple trailers have been. Either Battlefield, I've thought about kind of like that cliffside where World of Light starts, which I believe is supposed to be the same cliffside from Brawl. We've had a couple trailers happen there, like the Sephiroth one and such. But basically, some place where it's a Smash location, and there's a couple of fighters there, and we see a Smash letter, which is the final invitation. I kind of like the idea of maybe it's like black with like a gold like outline, just to like signify like this is a special final one. I don't think they'll do that, but that's what I have in my eyes. And we have that invitation. It's floating down. Now, if you've seen the Terry Bogard trailer, that one has a bunch of the different fighters from SNK, the SNK fighting games, trying to like grab it. I think they also did that for Min Min's trailer as well, something similar with all the arms fighters trying to switch out and grab the invitation with Min Min ultimately grabbing it. So that's kind of how I envision this. Imagine there's a bunch of different fighters. The reason why I'm kind of thinking fighters that have always been in the game is my ideas of trying to get an invitation for like another web from their series, if possible. Show maybe some other people, like maybe show like since like Shantae already has a Mii costume, some of the other people want that's already been revealed to be a Mii costume. Maybe show them trying to reach out for it, but just barely not be able to get it. But then finally, once you get to the end, a bunch of people will be trying to reach for it. Then suddenly, a spear is going to be thrown at it. An invitation will land in the hands of Bandana Waddle Dee.
What's the tagline?
I have a lot of ideas for this, and I won't lie. It's the thing that I couldn't really pick a certain one. But one I kind of liked was Bandana throws like something like throwing. What's the spear? I don't know. Like Bandana throws the spear. Bandana. I had an idea like he throws.
Bandana throws his spear into the ring.
Yeah, like Bandana, like yeah, or something like that. I couldn't really think of a good splash screen for him, sadly. The only splash screen I've ever able to think of that's not original at all is Master Chief finishes the fight. But anyhow, so we
Bandana Waddle Dee finishes the fight.
Yeah, honestly, if they did finishes the fight for whoever it is, I would be happy. Just because I think that is such a cool tagline. Just finishes the fight. That's cool. But so Bandana Waddle Dee will get his moveset idea, and again, I'm not gonna get over the exact moveset because if any of y'all know, which Bandana Waddle Dee's been a very popular choice for this game, like Eggman. His moveset could just kind of be Control C, Control V from the Corby games. Like his up B could be where he spins the speed really fast, do like a helicopter. He could probably have like I would say he'll have the same amount of jumps as like less than like Meta Knight, but more than King Dedede.
Yeah.
Kind of around there. Maybe the same amount as DDD because his is more like he literally just jumps a bunch to the fly, not so maybe he has like 3-4 mid-air jumps. I imagine he'd be a more light, agile character. It'll all mainly be with spear. Maybe sometimes to like invoke some of the powers from like different Waddle Dees from the series. Like we had like the robot Waddle Dees from Planet Robobot, or I don't know, probably some other Waddle Dees. But I imagine mainly just be the spear, which we don't have a spear user in Smash. Byleth kind of is one, but not fully. It's a mixture of weapons. So we don't have a dedicated spear user yet, which would be really cool. Another reason why I want Bandana Waddle Dee in. The last thing for his moveset would be so you do the final smash. It'll probably my idea is he throws kind of like how like Link's final smash is he shoots the bow arrow like straight out. It's basically that he just throws it, and maybe the range is it isn't able to go like across the entire screen, but like it's basically maybe like it can go across the entire stage, but like it's a small hitbox to make it kind of balanced, kind of like Link's bow and arrow. Like if you like Corby, you could probably duck under it.
Yeah.
So I could think that'll be balanced probably. But something like that, and basically brings you to a cutscene one where it's just all these every like version of like Waddle Dee. And it's just like they all march and they just pummel you. That's just my idea. Just a bunch of Corby enemies. I'd be fine with that too. It's just a bunch of Corby enemies coming through and just just destroying you. Kind of like I don't think it'd be a stampede like Yoshi's, but kind of
But
something
similar.
though. But I wouldn't want to be like it's a copy. But something like that was just a bunch of them, and then you get hit with a bunch of damage. I think it'll be more of a damage based one since everyone's like, I imagine it's a bunch of Waddle Dees dogpiling on you. So like it'd be more damage than launch. Either that or another idea I've had for it is in Star Allies. There's like these giant like balls of Waddle Dees that like will fall after you. And you have to run away like Indiana Jones style. I can imagine a massive Waddle Dee ball just swoosh and it hits you, and then that could be a more launch-based Final Smash for him. That's kind of the ideas have for his moveset. Different skins just be different colors. I don't know, maybe bring in the Captain Hat Waddle Dee from Superstar as one of them. I don't know. I can't think of other really variations of Waddle Dee. Maybe the robot Waddle Dee could be one of the skins. I don't know. Probably most just be different colors of like the bandana and stuff. Maybe change
Do like a Waddle Doo.
Waddle Dee would be kind of neat. That'd be kind of neat. Yeah, I don't have much else to say with that. But yeah, that's kind of the idea I have for it. I get for the stage, I imagined like King Dedede's castle. I thought that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, that
and
would
maybe
be pretty cool.
it could be a stage like the floor breaks, because a lot of times it happens in a lot of the Corby games of King Dedede's boss fight is the floor breaks from underneath you. So maybe like after a while the battle it breaks and you land on the next floor. And in some of the games there's like multiple floors. So maybe as the fight goes on, more and more floors go down. I don't know exactly how that would work. Maybe it makes like you can't fly back up. I don't know, maybe kind of like Kazuya's stage, maybe where, like you can break through the walls and stuff. I don't know. That's just kind of idea. But be King Dedede's castle, because that'd be cool. I can't really think of something that'd be specifically Bandana Waddle Dee that isn't always kind of represented in the game. So we have stuff like greens and stuff like that. So, or just do a completely stage that just doesn't make any sense, like Mox's freaking place. I don't know. Well, I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, songs. So for the songs, there's not too many Corby songs from like the later games. Probably because Sakurai worked on the earlier games. That's probably why. But that's the reason why I think Bandana Wild D still kind of has a chance. Actually, I've thought about this more recently. It is like his baby, his other baby Corby, and that would be kind of cool. Because I know people say like, oh, it'd be cool if Sakurai's final fighter. As cool as I'll be, I think that's not realistic. I don't think that would happen.
He's ego.
Of that.
He might have a little bit of an ego, but he's not that egotistical.
But I think it'd be kind of neat, like Bandana Water D, and that's kind of like his last. And he did create Bandana Water D before he left HAL. Bandana Water D was created all the way back in Superstar. People just don't realize it. He didn't get his bandana until later on, but it's the same Waddle Dee who's like King Dedede's like most loyal Waddle Dee servant. Technically he's been there since the first game, but won't count that because he didn't have any dialogue or anything there. But for the music, probably from like the later games, I think that would be kind of cool. Get like maybe some like the mini boss themes. I'll just get some songs from like Star Allies. Maybe we'll get like one song from Planet, the Forgotten Land. That'd be kind of cool, like a sneak peek. Maybe like the song they used in the trailer.
Maybe.
That's a hard maybe, but it's just Nintendo's done that before. It's not, kind of promote. That's the other reason with Corby. It's like a Corby rep. That's the next big game. So I don't think we're gonna get a second Bayonetta web. We may get another Splatoon web, but I doubt it. This kind of next couple of games are coming out that are being actively promoted. Like, yes, Breath of the Wild's next year, but I got revealed, but it ain't coming out till holiday next year. Like, that probably if it
even comes out next year.
Yeah, like if it comes a holiday this year, I definitely think it'll be like not Chic, Impa. I was on the Impa train for a while, but I think Core Windows passed, sadly. But yeah, that's my pitch for Bandana Waddle Dee. That's probably everything. Yeah, I think it'd be cool. I would flip out. I would be so happy. He's someone I've wanted since Brawl. Even like after Brawl came out, like I didn't think, like obviously with Brawl I was just a kid, and I didn't realize like they can't just magically add new fighters. Well, I guess now you can with DLC, but I'm since Brawl
DLC on the Wii.
So only one game has DLC on the Wii, and that's Zelda's because the freaking game breaking bug. It's kind of funny, but anyhow, yeah. I've always wanted to be an Waddle Dee, so he was always my favorite in the Corby franchise. So it'd be cool for me, I think it fits the criteria of like still being a really cool reveal. I think even if you're not a big fan of Kobe, you'll still be happy because he is a character that's been long wanted. But it's also not. I don't feel like this last one's going to be this like mind blowing character. That's normally not Nintendo's forte. I feel like we already had our mind blowing characters like Sephiroth and
Steve.
Steve. I was looking at Steve and I'm like, what's their name? Min Min. Like we've already had our big blowout characters. Nintendo tends to do those at the beginning and middle. They get you to buy the pass ahead of time. So yeah, but that's my Bandana Waddle Dee pitch. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm proud of it.
it was
Alright.
good.
Moving on from that, our final little thing is the Mii costumes. We talked about Mii costumes before, so I thought it'd be neat to talk about. So yeah, let's talk about Mii costume ideas. I guess I'll throw the table right back over to you, Thomas. I'll let you start off.
So like, I don't know, I guess I'll do like three me costumes I could totally see them doing is like if Master Chief doesn't get put in. Like same goes with like Doom Guy or Master Chief. Like I could easily see them as like me fighters.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say this.
Especially since like it's gun.
Yeah, Mii Gun or like there's someone else that's like a metal suit that we've gotten as that's like Master Chief, but not Master Chief. I can't think of it, but yeah.
But then like for another one it would be like Sora. So it's a bit interesting because I feel like they probably just wouldn't include him, but if he did, like, say he was a Mii fighter, like,
Yeah.
he would definitely be a sword guy.
Yeah, I almost feel like this needs a type of company be like, it has to be a fighter for us to allow this.
Or they just wouldn't even care and be like, yeah,
Yeah.
sure, I don't care.
I want to touch on that for like 1 second. If Sora getting a fighter, I feel like if he did, I feel like it would be the type of thing where it's like they wouldn't be allowed to do any Disney references outside
Yeah.
of one like some Final Fantasy characters being in there. So I don't think he'll be in there. And I don't believe I think it's 4channel Reddit where there's the person who claims that Nintendo just asked Disney for one song to be used in a upcoming trailer, upcoming live presentation, the copyright use for that, which I believe that is still from I personally believe that is true. Is for the Disney Magic Kingdom game from the Direct. This 4chan post or Reddit post was on July 30th of this year.
Ooh,
It came
so a
before.
while ago.
Yeah, so like even if it is real, which is possible, I think it was for that. I really don't see so if it was, while it's not the post I'm the most excited for, I wouldn't be expecting it. I probably would it would get a good reaction on me. I think it still would be kind of cool.
I was sort of thinking in my head, like, what characters would I be happy if it wasn't like Eggman? And like Sora would definitely be on that list. Like
Yeah, like
I'd be totally happy with Sora.
so like Eggman, Bandana Waddle, obviously. I can't think of many other characters. Like Master Chief.
Doom
Um,
Guy I'd be happy with. I don't
Doom
know how you feel.
was probably the bottom of my list, but like I can deal with Waluigi. I would be okay with though.
I would be ecstatic if it
Yeah,
was Waluigi.
I'm not against the idea of him being again. I don't know. As a last fighter, I think it would be cool. By the same time, I wouldn't care. At the same time, it's a weird relationship I have with that for him being a fighter. Especially since I think Piranha Plant is just a way fun, better, like wacky character to have for the Mario franchise. But I always forget Piranha Plant's in the game. But yeah, I don't know. I can't think of many fighters. The two things I don't think we talked about this before. And we're kind of getting off topic, but this is the last discussion, so I'm fine with just talk about whatever for Smash. This is the last time we won't be able to make predictions for it. I think a very long time. Um, no Gen 8 Pokemon, and no Fire Emblem.
Or
We don't.
no, like aside from Sora, no, and That's probably why Sora, like, again, we can't choose, but even if Sora was chosen, like, I feel like people would be outraged that the last character was another, say it with me, anime sword fighter.
Yeah, like literally with Fire Emblem, even as a Fire Emblem fan, I would be mad. And this is the reason why is like with Biolith, like I get why people want happy Biolith. I can understand that. But with Biolith, it was like one, Sakurai did want to have a web for Three Houses because it came out the same year as Smash. It didn't work out. Same thing with Pyra Mythra and Min Min. That's why those came out with DLC because game development's hard. But with Biolith, it's like okay, we have someone to represent the new. I almost said Pokemon games. The new Smash, Fire Emblem game, the new Age of Fire Emblem. Which say okay, cool, we have that. I do not want another Fire Emblem fighter. It's like I don't. Is that because it's only like 10 or whatever? We don't need what. There's no new game to represent. You know, like it just doesn't make sense. Like at least with a Gen 8 Pokemon, that doesn't even make sense because Gen 8's everyone's moved on from Gen 8. Like the only Pokemon web that can make sense for me is from Legends Arceus, and I still wouldn't be happy with that, but at least logically I can make sense out of it just to promote the new game.
Yeah.
That's why I was okay with Biolith before I became a Fire Emblem fan, and then in retrospect I became one, and it's like okay, I got a bit more appreciation for Biolith because that's my first Fire Emblem game as well. So Biolith is a little special to me. That was my first Fire Emblem game. The first time I realized Nintendo does occasionally like blood, lots of blood. Ugh. I feel like Fire Emblem is like Nintendo's outlet to just get like all like the like aggressive, bloody, gritty stuff out. Like it's not like the super
That
gritty.
and Kirby.
Yeah, yeah, that and Corby. But anyhow, I guess meat costumes. Get back on that. Master Chief, you took that one right out of my mouth. Yeah, Master Chief, that would make sense. Any character that we've probably discussed already in these various predictions makes sense. I don't know why, but I have an odd feeling we're going to get a Splatoon costume.
Oh yeah.
I don't why would Splatoon 3 get more promotion? I could see that. I could see possibly a Bayonetta 3, maybe one. I don't know what you do. A Bayonetta 3 costume. I haven't played the games, but I could see that for a costume. I can't really think of any other third party characters. And sadly, I am more closer on the train that would be a first party fighter. Sadly, which is why I think oddly enough, Bandana Waldy is more likely than Eggman. Though if you would ask me,
That's where our opinions differ.
yeah, is that I
Because
want
like as much
more.
as no, I know, but as much as like I'll say this, as much as I like Bandana Waddle Dee and like and he's cool, like though all the stuff you've said makes sense, there would be like 4 Kirby representatives at that point. And not to like step on any toes, but Bandana Waddle Dee hasn't been relevant for a while.
Well, he's never really been relevant. That's the whole thing. That's the whole
Well,
argument.
like even going with that, like even in did have his little bit of relevancy when he was a character, like
Yeah, he's always just been that. Like he's been more significant in games and everything, but even then, he's always been the player for character. He's always been that the Corby, King DD, Meta Knight, and Bandana Water Dee, which I it's totally valid, and I won't rebuttal that because I completely agree with that. I don't know. And honestly, I do think it's possible to get a third party character, but for some reason, like I'll love to be surprised. So I think third party characters would be cool enough for first party. In general, something tells me it's going to be a first party. I don't have a reason. I don't have some logic reason like like Nintendo always ends on the first party or all these made up rules people like to act like are in Smash, which aren't. You know, like the only rule that we've ever been told about Smash Fighters is that they have to originate from games.
which is why all the people saying Goku inevitably going to disappoint themselves or are lying to themselves.
Uh,
I said it.
fun fact today,
He's not coming in Smash. Grow up.
I found that out today. Today's Goku's birthday.
Grow up. Literally.
But yeah, I guess I almost don't want this to end, but I don't feel like we have too much more to add.
I have one final thing to say.
Okay.
At the end of the day, when the inevitable character that is chosen that disappoints us all in one way or another, just remember that somewhere on this world, there's a kid who has a Nintendo Switch and his favorite game is Smash Brothers. But other than that, he's had this other favorite game. Insert any game franchise here, and that's his favorite character. So, just when you get mad tomorrow, because everyone's gonna be mad, like that's just how these things go. Just remember that
Yeah.
we've had our fun, we've had our Steves, we've had our Banjo Kazooies, our Sephiroths. At the end of the day, if it puts a smile on someone's face, it was a good choice.
Yeah. Also, in the day, Smash already has 82 fighters. We don't need more. We're good. We were good back in like 70 something with when the initial watch started.
Road to 100.
Yeah, I would have loved to see that, but like, if we were at like 97, I feel like they would like just extend just to get to 100. But like, I don't need 20 more. Okay, I would take 25 more
I would
fighters,
love 20 more fighters.
but that I don't need 20 new fighters. I'm fine with the game is. Um, yeah,
They
yeah,
just take the entire roster from Nickelodeon Brawl Stars.
and that would fill it out. Toph, I want Toph and Nickelodeon Ball Stars. I mean, wait, that. Yes, I want Toph and Nickelodeon Ball Stars. We'll go with that.
Yes.
There's one last. Oh, one last Mii costume and potentially Fighter. It's kind of that same category the West Mii costumes. Main chick from Shin Megami Tensei 5. Saying, just like the possibility of a Gen 8 Pokemon, keep your mind prepared.
I know, and I'm trying not to be mad to invalidate what I just said. My heartfelt message to all the Smash fighters and out there in the audience.
Yeah, but yeah, I think the only first party Nintendo web that would real actually get me like straight up mad if they picked like freaking the guy from like Dragalia Lost, the mobile game.
It's the second time you've mentioned that in one of these things. Stop. We don't need to hear it.
I'm preparing myself for every possible contingency. That's what I'm doing here. That's why I'm not even like aggravated saying that. I'm just preparing myself because I don't.
You know what?
I've not been building this up for myself for a reason.
Well, if you've been following me for the past couple of things of these we've done, you know only thing I built myself up for is inevitable depression.
Yep. Maybe we'll get
On that note,
I don't know. God, now that I said it's probably going to happen. No, it won't. But yeah, like you said, on that note,
no,
we're going to wrap this up here. Please, if you like,
please
comment down below who you think is going to
tell us
be.
how wrong we are.
Yeah, who you think,
Please.
who you want, or whatever. I don't care. Say I hate you. I'll
Just
dislike.
delete your comment anyway.
Yeah, I'll just dislike it anyways because I don't delete comments.
Sad thing is, this Joseph probably won't hear.
The sad thing is, I never delete comments unless they're advertisements or scams. Which I've surprisingly on this small little channel we have here have gotten multiple scams I've had to delete because I don't people accidentally clicking on the links and getting viruses. It's fun. It's fun being a YouTuber. Anyhow, see y'all in this is gonna be uploaded in 20 minutes from us recording this, so less than 12 hours we will know. Oh wait. Or exactly 12 hours roughly. In like
God.
12 hours, we will know who the final fighter is. By the time y'all probably watching us, so
Get ready for the longest 12 hours of your life.
well, I'll be asleep. But yeah. Thank you all so much for watching our final ultimate prediction, and we will see you all.
In 8 years.
Yeah, we'll see you in the next Smash game. Bye
Bye.
bye.